So I have a couple very entry-level work-from-home jobs for you today, and when I say entry-level, these jobs really don't ask for much related work experience. I'll get into that with each job. And so you know, I got these jobs directly off the careers page within each company's website after I checked for legitimacy of each company. So I have a job processing data and documents for mortgage loans, and I have a purchasing procurement-related job that'll give you all the equipment you need. And that's the one we're going to start off with. It comes to us from the company's Supply Corps. So they started up in 1987. They're a legitimate, long-standing government contractor that works primarily with the U.S. military and other federal agencies. They have an opening for a buyer expeditor. This is a full-time remote position anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And right down here at the bottom of the job description, they tell us the salary range, which is between $36,000 and $41,500 per year. They tell us that right here on this job description. And they offer a pretty nice suite of benefits, including company-provided PC and office supplies. So, as a buyer expediter, you'll be responsible for confirming purchase order acknowledgments, identifying order errors, and expediting purchase order correspondence in support of MAAC and other designated programs. That means you'll submit electronic purchase orders to suppliers and customers, expedite purchase orders with vendors, communicate timely notification of date changes or delays to both agency and customers. You'll resolve purchase order discrepancies, record all supplier purchase order acknowledgments, and conduct follow-up on all orders that have not been acknowledged. You'll also assist the buyer analyst with setup of new suppliers, including vendor registration, locate and compile documents as requested for audits, reporting missing items to the buyer responsible for those items, and manage discrepancy reports for the department. And what they want from you is a high school diploma or a GED, and they'd like you to have about 1 year working in an administrative environment with expediting and procurement experience. This may include military personnel who have been formally trained or have relevant experience in lieu of civilian experience. You need to be proficient using Microsoft Office products, and then you need your typical soft skills. So that does it for this one. Let's go into the work-from-home job where you'll process mortgage-related data and documents, and it comes to us from the company Direct Mortgage Loans. Now, I've never heard of this company, so I wanted to do some research. I checked out Google's AI overview, and it looks like they've been around since 2011. They're a legitimate company. They provide financing directly to borrowers without using a middleman like a mortgage broker. However, they're not accredited by the Better Business Bureau, but if I was interested in this job, I think I would go for it, but there's no way I'm telling you what to do. I have no idea what your comfort level is. And today they have an opening for a post-closing administrator. This is a full-time remote position. You can do this job anywhere within the United States. They have a state indicated as Maryland, but we're going to ignore that because as we scroll down this job lead, we see right here on the job description, they tell us this job is 100% remote, work from anywhere. But even though they say anywhere, you can only work in the United States for this position. So they're looking for someone focused on the ensuring and compliance side of post-closing. You'll play an important role in reviewing and preparing closed loan files to make sure they're complete, accurate, and ready for investor delivery. So what that means is you'll review closed loan files to confirm all documents are accurate and compliant, prepare and submit FHA, VA, and USDA loans for insuring. You'll work with internal teams and third parties to gather missing or corrected documents, organize and upload files in Encompass for investor delivery, and that's cool. They tell us they use the system Encompass. If you're not familiar with Encompass, just do a quick internet search. Get as familiar as you can with Encompass. Put it on your resume that you are familiar with that system. That way you'll stand out. You'll track and follow up to ensure timely submission and insurer approval, and support the post-closing manager with post-closing pre-purchase audits. So for this job, they'd like you to have experience in mortgage post-closing funding or loan operations. It's a plus, but it's not required. It's a plus you have knowledge of FHA, VA, or USDA loan insuring. You have strong attention to detail, you're organized, you're self-motivated, you're comfortable working independently in a remote environment, you're proficient in Microsoft Office, Adobe, and preferably Encompass, and you have a high school diploma. An associate's degree is preferred. And scrolling back up to the top, they tell us they'll pay you $24 to $28 per hour. So we just went over 2 entry-level work-from-home jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you, and make sure to come back to this channel frequently. I post work-from-home job leads almost every day of the week. Good luck to all of you who apply. Thank you so much for visiting. I really appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.